Coming to you from the Amazon Games community team, it's the Lost Ark Academy Debate Club with your host, straight out of the Rocks box, it's Rocks.
Oh, my legs. Welcome to the Lost Ark Academy Debate Club. This is where our contestants debate to prove they have what it takes not to be a Makoko. I'm Rox, and I'm here to make sure Grunton's argument isn't solely based on the Reaper. Right, Makoko?
That's all he knows.
All right, let's get today's debate club started by bringing out our creators. First up, we have Datmon. You make it? They get you?
I'll sneaky this time.
You're
No one saw me.
Very sneaky.
Very, very sneaky.
Next up, we've got Boba Jenny.
Hi, everyone.
Then we're bringing out Brenton. And finally, we have Stoops.
Lie.
All right. Welcome. Let's get into it with our warm-up debate. As always, this is a 2 versus 2 debate, and the only rule is that there isn't really any rules. Get it all out there, say what you want to say, yell over each other all you want, but don't yell over me, because I don't like it. All right, our teams are split. Today's question is, which loading screen was better, the Seagulls or the Sidereals? Think about it. It doesn't matter. You two will get the Seagulls. You two have to argue for the Sidereals. Lots of strong opinions there, but I'll give you all a minute to strategize.
I mean, it's like traumatizing loading screens.
It's just iconic, right? It feels like it welcomes you home.
So if you're sitting at home not commenting on this video and instead commenting on Discord, I bet I know what you're saying, and it's probably patch notes when. We've all heard that one before, but no one has heard that as much as my next guest that I have for you guys.
Hello, I'm Henry Stelter, the head of editorial at Amazon Games.
Can you tell us what you do when you head the editorial?
Absolutely. All of the official communication on our website, everything from patch notes to developer blogs, that sort of thing. If it's not Rox yelling at you on Discord, it's probably coming from my team.
Patch notes, developer letters, that's kind of a lot. Is there anything else you're planning on covering in the future, maybe, that players haven't seen yet?
Yeah, absolutely. As we head forward into the next year of live operations in Arcasia, we're really looking at breaking down the barrier between the players and our studio, and my team's super excited to facilitate that. We want to do more behind-the-scenes looks, more, talking about how we're tackling bots, bringing in cosmetics, bringing in new exciting pieces of content. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Or just ping Rox in Discord over and over again. I know she loves it.
Well, I will be turning off my notifications, and I will also be removing you from my set for that one. I appreciate the work you've done, and I'm sure our players will too in the future. But for now, that's enough of that
That's a good question.
Okay.
All right. Everybody feeling ready? Feeling good enough? Maybe?
We are.
Sure.
Ready to go.
All right, we'll go with it. Go ahead and kick off that warm-up debate.
Okay, there's not even an argument here. Okay, first off.
Loading screen.
That's
The
not
Seagull
It is a
loading
debate,
screen.
Rox, it is.
Okay.
No.
Those-
This is the-
that
listen up real
screen
quick.
is associated
With
with
login
20,000
Yes.
sitting in the queue for a long time, not being able to play the
When
game.
you
All my
see the
homies on
seagulls,
EU know that.
and you
All
see
my
the
homies
background,
on EU know that.
and you see the epic boat, it just welcomes you home. You're like, wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
but
true.
you
This is so
Shaza, you see
iconic.
Mommy,
You have your
you got
boat, you have the
Nunavut,
ocean,
you have
you have the epic
Kadon.
music in the
Okay.
background.
You're talking about epic music, and you think
Yeah.
the Legion Commander one doesn't have epic music? Okay.
No, it does have. No. It's like relaxing. It's
relaxing and
though.
soothing. Have you ever heard of white noise? That's what the Seagulls were. When you're waiting
trying to
in
play an
queue,
epic game, not
after you
listening
got
to white noise
disconnected,
when I'm
What am I
logging
trying to go to
in.
bed?
chilling.
Trying to
I'm
go to
getting
sleep?
ready to
You want to know
battle.
what isn't white noise? Photosensitivity mode.
Yeah,
Every
that's
single
true.
time you log in.
Yeah, that's right.
What do you
talking-
say about that? I don't care if
That's a
there's Legion
bug,
Commanders.
Henry. Tell them that's a bug. You're gonna fix that,
There
right?
is no way he could say photosensitivity mode every single time.
Okay, but that's
you log
not the
in is better
loading
than
screen. We're
Seagulls.
talking about the artwork and the music, not the bugs.
The sailing
okay?
one is amazing. For the Legion Commander one, you just go in, you're just like, I haven't done Vicus yet. I haven't done my
Yeah, but
Braille
you get
5-6.
Nineveh, you got a
You couldn't have done any.
Hey, listen up, if you
Listen,
played on
hold on,
EUS,
hold
you
on,
never
hold on.
heard the seagull
Let's
sound.
not
You just
talk
saw
about-
the epic loading screen and you logged in.
Let's not
If
talk
you're
about
a meta
getting stuff
Andy and you
done.
play
Hold on.
EUC,
It's
yeah,
cutting
maybe
me
you're
off.
winning
You're gonna break
views.
this up, or we're just gonna keep this going. I'm just
We're
saying.
gonna keep
I
going.
can't even
Point.
speak.
We've got a strong
Actually,
case.
Dat Mods, get louder.
No,
Yell at
Mr.
him.
Stoops, I got you.
She has been against me this whole
Yeah,
time.
she's
This is wrong.
It's rigged.
This is literally
Let's-
the
it's
point of
rigged.
the warm-up debate.
Let's not talk about getting stuff done. You couldn't get anything done at the launch of the game because you were sitting in loading screens the
Let him
entire
cook.
time.
But you
You
said
were sitting in
no,
the
no,
loading
no.
screen.
Let him
You
cook.
couldn't get through the game. That's a traumatizing experience for any player that
I
played
didn't
at
have
launch.
login issues.
It sounds like you're on the beach, though.
Listen, people got
I'd have
jobs,
logged in
man. They
right
gotta
away.
come home from 9 to 5.
My
Okay, they
my
can't start
server
at
was
6 in the
nice.
morning. They can't start
You
in
just
the
have to
morning.
make smart decisions. You can't
They
follow
got
the crowd.
jobs, man. These people
wanna-
are innocent Makoko trying to explore the game.
You shouldn't just follow where your favorite content creator went. You should have thought
Yeah,
for
exactly. And
yourself
Sayona
and
Zen.
pick
it
the healthy
literally
server.
sounds like you're on
Azena.
vacation.
Azena NA East.
Best server.
All right, there you
that
have
over
it.
a
No
minute?
answer to our warm-up debate at all.
They let us cook.
We're gonna take a quick commercial break and we'll get back right to it for our 1v1 after we get back.
Hey, it's me again. And today we want to talk about someone a little bit different. A little bit too different for his own good. Someone that tweeted 166 days consecutively about a class that does absolutely no damage. And that person would be not Grenton, because I too would not want to be Grenton at this point. What can I say? The class hits like a napkin. I don't know, he's kind of a five-head. So vote for me, Boba Jenny, not Grenton, for the live finale of the Lost Ark Academy Debate Club.
Yo, do you want to do a raid together when we get back home?
Yeah, we should do like a Brawl Hard or
Don't
something.
invite Gretton, though. Oh my god.
God.
What a loser that guy is.
We don't need someone on the
Backstage
floor.
right now, waiting to go out into the jungle, or Makoko Village, if that's what the other contestants will call it. Last debate was rough. It's hard to just sit there and watch them tear apart your favorite class. Not only that, it's hard to see Jenny just rip into you. But don't worry, I won't stop fighting for the underdog. No matter what they say, I'll be there in your corner. If you play an off-meta class, if you get called ZDPS, Grenton's on your side. So when we get to the live finale for the Lost Ark Academy Debate Club, vote for me. Vote Grenton.
All right, welcome back. We're gonna get into serious things with our 1v1 debate. As always, contestant 1 will have 1 minute, contestant 2 will have 1 minute, contestant 1 will have 1 minute, contestant 2 will have 1 minute. That's a lot of 1 minutes. They'll make their debates and we'll decide on a minute.
She has to say this every time. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1
We'll
minute.
decide on the minute. Okay.
We will decide on a lot of minutes. They'll make their debates and we will decide on our winner. Today we have Grenton and Stoops. Your topic for debate is to PvP or not to PvP. After last week's episode where we all dogged on the Reaper, Grenton, I know how you feel, so you are going to argue for PvP. Stoops, you will argue against it. I'll give you both a minute to strategize. I feel like
I feel like
threw him
Grenton
a
feels
bone.
at home here. He's a
Okay.
PvP warlord.
I tried.
Stoops,
I really did.
He's tried to PvP before. He just avoided it. He was scared.
He
yeah.
just tried.
He's
That's
still
better
hasn't
than
done-
you,
he's
old
still
man.
hasn't-
I'm
he's still
so
he's
over
still
it.
hasn't even done
Strategizing.
Brony yet.
I
Yeah.
mean, PvP is really fun, but sometimes it does get a little bit hard to start the match. You know?
Well, we'll
But it is fun
see
though.
what they have to say. I think Grenton looks super ready. This is the most confident I've seen him see.
Seen him see.
Hello.
I'm doing great. Okay, clearly everyone is super ready with this and this. That means they're ready. Let's go ahead and get things started. Grenton, today is your day, so you can get started with your 1 minute argument first. Go ahead and start now.
So everybody knows the most difficult thing in video games is playing against other people, right? Not scripted boss mechanics, not just doing like mindless grinding and farming. It's playing against other people and challenging yourself. There's nothing more challenging than Lost Ark PvP. You go in there, whether it's arena, where it's equalized, so you don't have to grind and get to 1590 item level or anything crazy. You just queue up when you hit level 26, don't even have to be max level, and you can enjoy PvP. If you do want to take it a little bit more sweaty, you can even do GVG, which is an open world PvP. And if your guild wins, you get a cool little icon next to your guild name too, lets you stand out. And that one, you can invest in your character. So when it comes to PvP, the challenge is great. It's probably one of the most engaging PvP experiences in any MMO out today. And it really lets you showcase your skill over less skilled players.
Stoops, you have 1 minute to make your argument starting now.
Renton, you're right. Playing against other people is the most difficult thing in gaming, not scripted NPC boss fights. So when people have you on their team in a raid, they are playing against other people. I think that PvP could be great. I actually love the idea of doing PvP, but in Lost Ark, there are a lot of things with PvP that are extremely frustrating for a new player. There's so many things that you have to understand with stagger, paralysis, hard CC, and it's frustrating. People want to hop into the game, they want to have fun right away, and there's a huge learning curve when trying to get into Lost Ark PvP. Also, the materials that you earn from them need to be buffed. They need to be enhanced because I feel like it's not rewarding enough for the average player to hop into and get crapped on by people that have been doing it a lot, right? Also, the matchmaking isn't as great, and you want to be able to play with your friends in ranked. And that's something that a lot of people have been asking for, is they want to hop into PvP and they want to play with, I would love to play with you in ranked. I can't do that. I have to go against these paladins. The overall matchmaking experience doesn't sometimes you don't get support on your team.
All right,
it can be really frustrating.
That is your minute. Nope, that's
Come
your
on,
minute.
man. I mean, you can let
I gave you like a minute and
This
2
is crazy,
seconds.
man.
Grenton was summed up in 40. All right, Grenton, you have a
You
minute.
can have my 20
to
seconds because I got so much ammo.
Oh, you're ready. You have a
Okay,
minute to make your response starting now.
You're right. You know, the rewards could be better, but that's why you have systems like GVG where you and your guild can make a ton of gold.
rails.
Not only that, the barrier to entry is high, and a lot of people like that challenge. They don't want to come into a game and just be able to pick it up and dominate everybody. Look at some of the most popular games out there. The barrier to entry is high. So once you get over that hump, you could actually show your skill off. And when people are watching you play, or when you're showing videos to your friends, it's a lot more impactful than look at me standing still, hitting the boss, and doing big damage. So while yes, the matchmaking is also something that could be desired, like you mentioned, it also gives you that skill expression. So even if you don't have a support on your team and you win against a double support team, you feel a lot better, right? So there is so many systems in PvP that once you master them all, or once you even get an understanding of them all, you're playing a completely different game. And not only that, those skills translate to PvE. It lets you play better, you know what your class can do, you know what other classes can do, and how to maximize your damage in PvE. So it's kind of like a big symbiosis. They work together.
All right, that is your time. Stoops, you have 60 seconds only to make your final response.
A lot of the stuff that you say, I honestly do agree with, okay? I don't know it's a debate, but I do think there's a lot of fun that can be had in PvP. But the question was to PvP or not to PvP. There's like 10 people that PvP in Lost Ark, okay? The leaderboard, you can literally look at it, and there's a reason why, because it's a very frustrating experience. So they've been working on trying to make it more inclusive. They've added big Rowan events and things like that, but you get like one shot by a summoner off screen. GVG you mentioned, it's a bunch of Giga Juicers that go in there. You stand no chance. They're stacking heavy armor. Nobody dies. So I understand that it's an expression of skill. I used to PvP, man. A lot of people don't know this, man, okay? I used to be a big PvPer, okay? I know DatMods 15 years ago did World of Warcraft arena and stuff like that. But I used to do a lot of PvP, so I do love PvP, but I still think it needs a little bit more work for for the mass population majority of people to get into it. And yeah, I just think it's a little bit frustrating to get into, but I would agree that if you do get into it, it is a lot of fun, right? I just think if the question is to PvP or not to PvP, the numbers speak for themselves. People like doing raids and killing bosses, okay?
All right, that is your time. I'm gonna bring the spectators over to discuss, and we'll declare a winner shortly. All right, I have the spectators here with me. Let's talk about what we just watched. How are y'all feeling?
Well, I think Stoops made a pretty good argument here. PvP is fun in bursts, but there's a lot of things that gatekeep you from getting into PvP. If you're doing the whale war stuff, Rowan and stuff like that, you need to spend peons on the appropriate gear. Endurance gear has different attributes and stats, right? So you have to invest in your character. If you're doing the normalized stuff, you can't just queue up with your friends. And then most of all, the monetary rewards aren't really the best. There are some vendors, you need to get some loot. You might get a selector pack and stuff like that. But outside of that, Lost Ark player, they just want to make gold and they just want to hone. And there's not enough incentive for them to do that.
How are you feeling?
I mean, at the same time, I feel like Gren made some really, really good points. If you are new to a class, or if you're trying to even getting to know a class better, you can either play as or play against them to learn more. So aside from guild PvP, which I know is very, very different from like deathmatch and the normalized content, I feel like you can learn a lot and you can get a lot of practice in. Although the rewards might not be as enticing, it doesn't give you that much gold, etc., materials, but as a whole, I do agree with him with the symbiotic phenomenon that it can create by, getting to know a class better, and you'll do better on your raids as well.
All right. Any closing thoughts before we decide on a winner?
Add more selector packs to Rowan.
All right, it's finally time to decide our winner. Brenton, I'm not going back and forth with you like this again. Stoops, I'm gonna do to you what I did to Grenton. Make you really think about it. Stoops, you are the Makoko. Sorry, that makes
There is a personal agenda against me on this show. There absolutely is. You're trying to block me from getting to the finals of the show.
Stoops, everyone gets to the finals.
That's not how any of this works, because none of this matters until the live finale. But
this is practice.
Y'all have just been so mean to Grenton and the Reaper.
I love
No,
Grenton.
don't tell me this is a pity win.
You should do more Lost Ark PvP.
It's not.
I do like I think PvP.
It's fine.
I do. You just made me pick that one. I do like PvP.
That's why I don't like sword players.
What?
Oh, she just picked him.
Yeah, but it's pity pick.
I can
Can
roll.
I get the next?
I can have Michael
can
roll
we
it
do another
back.
take? Can we do another take?
No, it's not scripted.
No. That was a joke. No. I want to say so I can be the winner. Okay, we're good.
No, no more takes. That was our episode. Stoops is a loser.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you next week for our next episode.
Oh, that was great. Oh my god.
내 무기는 그냥 강력하기만 한 게 아니야. 디자인도
Whoa, look at that. That was pretty magical. And you know what else would be magical? If you like this video and subscribe to our channel so we can keep bringing you more Lost Ark video content.